that's what Anthony Robbins does. He has that ability, as a coach, very clever man, to unlock people's sort of thought processes. But there are lots of easy ways of kind of doing that, and doing work on yourself and understanding what your genius is, why you're here on this planet, what your purpose is, what you've been gifted, and acknowledge.
And note that, gifted.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Have you ever read, I've written a couple of blogs on the gift, the whole thing about gifting. So the universe has gifted you, universe, the God, whatever you want to call it, gifted you this fantastic ability to do something different and for your perfect customers better than anyone else, yeah? So I want to get people to imagine themselves sometime around about the end of November, they're walking down their local high street, and there in the window it's just the perfect gift for a really close friend.
Right.
So they go in and they buy it, they wrap it up carefully, it's got like bows and nice tag on it, and they meet up with their friend a couple of days before Christmas, and they hand it over to them, and they just know that their friend's going to absolutely love this gift. Then they go off to do Christmas with the family. 27th December, they're wandering down the high street again, and they walk past the charity shop. And there it is,
right
in the window, unmistakable. That gift that they took so long to think about and buy for their friend.
Yeah.
Now, how do you think they feel about that?
Mortified, probably.
Yeah. How do you think the universe feels, or God, or whoever feels when we reject the gift that we've been given and we give it away for free?
Yeah. That's a really
the reason we
way
give
to look at it. Yeah.
Isn't, as so many people say, well, it is to serve the world. Yeah, the reason we're giving our gift is to serve the world, but it's also to make sure that we can continue to do it. We start giving it away for free, we're going to go broke, and we're going to end up having to do something other than our gift.
Well, the thing is, in an ideal world, because money is a human invention, we wouldn't be having to charge for it anyway. So it's just us sustaining ourselves in the world that we live in until such time as we don't need to do that. So that's just a function rather than, I don't want to charge, I'm going to give it away. It's just forget that. It's a tool that we use in order to reach more people, and the more people you reach with your gift, that's the reason that you've been put here in the first place. And as you say,
you've been given the gift in order to deliver it to the world.
Yeah.
And if you don't deliver it to the world as much as you possibly can, then that's a waste.
Yeah.
And the only way you're going to deliver it to the world as much as you possibly can is if you're either stupidly rich and don't need to earn money, unfortunately not most of us, or people are paying you to deliver your gift. It's,
Exactly.
It's simply economics, actually.
And it's pay it forward as well, because the more people you reach that do pay you, so they can tell other people and they can tell other people, and then eventually you have enough money so the people that have no money but still need your gift can come to you and you can serve them too.
Yes. Yeah, that's very definitely the case. But here's the other thing. When you deliver your gift to people, you are changing their life. Yeah. So it's, yes, they're paying you money, but the value they get from the changes that they're able to make, whatever those changes are, even if that's only having their accounts accurate.
Yeah.
And I say only. Frankly, having your accounts accurate, kind of important.
Yeah, indeed.
So, there's, and that's the thing, that a lot of the stuff that we think is mundane, and therefore it's not a genius. Geniuses are only those, people like Tony Robbins who change millions of lives, blah, blah, blah. No. Every single one of us can change the world by changing one person's life.
And it's your attitude towards what your gift is. So as an example, this is donkeys years ago, my neighbours used to be they are ex-neighbours, Portuguese.
They used to be your neighbours, they still are Portuguese.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And they used to, two of them, so it's the whole family, it was the grandma, the husband and wife, the children, and the sister lived there, and the wife and the sister were cleaners, and they used to go into London and clean offices. And I was like, oh, that must be so tough. And they're like, no, love it. And they had their own little company. They absolutely loved doing what they were doing. And even when we went on holiday with them to Portugal and we were meeting their family out there, they were cleaning their houses for nothing, because that's just what they love doing, and that's what they're good at. Oh, they're cleaners. That's what they... And her husband was a carpenter, and it was just, they had this gratitude about where they were in life, but they were determined to work hard, and they did it doing the things that they were good at, and the things they were good at was the things that they loved.
Yeah. So I heard somebody say a while back that working hard at something that you love isn't hard work.
Yeah. Yeah. You never have to work a day in your life if you're doing something that you love.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. But yeah, that does bring us to the point that you are supposed to work hard. Mm. It's just not supposed to be hard work.
Yeah. I think the difference is when you're in your flow and you're doing what you are meant to be doing, the time flies. It doesn't feel hard. The difference between hard work and difficult, when you're not in your flow, it becomes difficult and hard. Yeah. But when you're in your flow, it's not difficult at all, but you're still, and you've put your pen down, or you've closed your laptop, or you come off the roof if you've been a tiler, or whatever it happens to be, and you stop and you're like, oof, I'm tired now. But when you're doing it, you don't have that feeling, do you? I mean, I've sometimes, Alan's gone out the office in the morning, and I'm working from home today, and he's like, oh yeah, you're going to work. And I'll go in and I'll be in the study, and apart from going to the loo once or twice, I don't move. And he said, what do you have for lunch? I'm like, oh, I forgot lunch.
Oh yeah, I didn't do that.
Because I was just in that space and your time just disappears, and that's the beautiful part about it, isn't it?
That's working hard, but it's not difficult work. It's not a grind.
No. And you're blessed if you can have that space, aren't you? And I think first step to working towards that is acknowledging what your genius is.
Yeah.
Because if you
have, my ideal world is a world in which that's the norm.
Yeah.
People go to work because that's what they like doing.
Yeah.
Now, is that Pollyanna? I don't think it is.
I love Pollyanna.
Because actually, there's a practical reason why we still love our work anyway. Mm. And that is quite simply because we're better at it when we love it.
Mm. That's what I've always said to my kids as well. No matter what job you're doing, if you're a road sweeper, you become the best road sweeper there is. Because when you have some element of pride in what you're doing, you might not be doing it forever, but be the best you can be, because that will give you some satisfaction in what you're doing, rather than going, oh, I'm a road sweeper, oh, this is really hard work, I don't want to be sweeping roads. Your whole everything goes down.
And that makes it hard work.
Exactly. Yeah, exactly. So you've got...
Because there's this, one of the phrases I use is, love what you do for a living, make a great living doing what you love.
Yeah.
Now, those are two sides of the same coin. Mm-hmm. So that's what you're talking about there. Mm. Love what you do for a living. Mm. Yeah, it's not do what you love and the money will come.
No.
Because that is frankly cobbler's.
It
is. Mm. It is, love what you do for a living. So, great, you've got to do street sweeping. Love it. Find the bit about it that isn't, a daily grind. Mm. And if you can't find that in your work, you probably ought to find a different job. I know that sounds very trite and very easy to do when you've got mortgages to pay and, kids to feed and all the rest of that. Mm. But the one thing that you see in pretty much everyone who's a success is that whatever they've done it to the best of their ability, and they've found a way to enjoy doing it. Mm.
At the end of the day, if they're not enjoying it and they're suffering, that actually internalizes. So even though you're going, I've got to keep this job because it's well paid and it pays the mortgage and it keeps a roof over my family's head, if you're not actively looking for something else because you're unhappy in that role, you're actually going to make yourself ill somewhere down the line.
Yeah.
And your family without you are going to be no good either.
Yeah. But what you're also doing, you say you're internalizing it, you're also externalizing it. People are picking up on it.
Yes.
And the promotions don't come and the customers don't buy.
Mm.
Yeah.
Mm.
I always ask people, tell me a time when you had a really good experience of buying something. And it's always been when the person who's been helping them to buy, not a salesman, but the person helping them to buy, has clearly been enjoying their work.
Yeah. Yeah.
And somebody grumpy, you don't want to work with them.
You don't want to pay for anything from them, do you? It's like when I go clothes shopping, I'm the best customer ever because I want to walk in a shop and I want someone to say, can I help you? And I go, yes, you can. Can you find me this? Can you find me that? Can you find me this? And then I'll buy half the shop. But they don't come up to you because they're frightened of saying that thing because they think they have to sell. And there are so many messages in there, aren't there? If you're really happy with doing what you're doing.
If you love your work and you believe in what it is that you're offering people, then selling isn't a problem because it's not selling.
No,
it's offering people the opportunity to get their hands on something that you think is really cool.
Yeah. It's like those sales conversations, isn't it? When people go, oh, well, I won't pick up the phone because I'm worried that I might be interrupting them and I don't want to do that. It's like, well, hang on, what are you offering them? If what you're offering them is life-changing, pick the blooming phone up. They need that call and they will be grateful for that call. But if you've got the voice of like, sorry to disturb you, you're never going to change their life. You're never going to help them purchase anything because you're not believing in yourself, I suppose.
Yeah.
That's what corporate is about.
If you think you might be interrupting them with something they don't need, you haven't done your research.
Yes. Yeah.
It's that simple.
And I don't know about you, but whenever I have somebody ring me up and try and sell me something, especially if I've asked them already and said, would you give me a call? And then they don't ring. I'm like, well, why haven't you rung? But if they ring me and say, oh, just remember that, you said you were interested in this. I'm like, oh, thank you. I've been meaning to call you and I haven't had a chance. So they're doing me a favour and it's not a nuisance call. And if it is a nuisance call, people don't answer the phone, do they? Generally.
Well, even if they do. I sometimes answer nuisance calls just for the fun of it.
Oh,
I ask them why they think I need it.
Okay. I invite them to BeCollaboration if it's a sales call. I've got a few guests that way. It's interesting. It's like, well, no, I'm not in need of web design at the moment, but do you know what? There might be a few people if you want to come along and have a chat. You never know. You've given me a little list here, Andrew, and it's one of the things is enjoyment performance theory.
This is what I was talking about a minute ago, that we do better at work that we enjoy.
Oh, absolutely.
It's that simple. They've actually shown in behavioural, it's an offshoot of behavioural theory,
right?
That when we enjoy our work, our performance goes up.
Oh, absolutely. You know the story about the Braffman brothers? They wrote a book called Click. And they did they're basic scientists, and they couldn't work out why people click. That kind of chemistry.
Oh, yeah.
Well, we really love each other. It's amazing. We've been friends for life. How and can you orchestrate that click? So they worked out the different things that have created the click, and then they actually orchestrated a click with 3 people and 3 people that hadn't clicked. And they've done various other studies, but this was one that kind of fascinated me, is that the people that didn't click had the same experience, the same project to do, and the same time to do it in.
Yeah.
And they did the project, they did it within time, and they did a good job. Lovely, tick box, but they didn't click. So the 3 that had been orchestrated to click and got on had exactly the same criteria. They all had the same experience, they had exactly the same project, and they had exactly the same time span. Not only did they finish the project well ahead of time, but they went above and beyond and excelled in what they'd been actually asked to do because they were having so much fun. It's like, and it wasn't work to them. It wasn't a chore. The others had gone, right, done it, filled the criteria, walked away, probably never saw each other again. And the others have potentially become lifelong friends as a result of it. So it's what you're passionate about. And that's what I like about BeCollaboration is you get a lot of people who are passionate about all sorts of different things. And then when you get 2 of them that happen to be passionate about the same thing, it's like this magnet goes, ooh, wow, and they go off and they start talking. And then you have stories like Jackie Perkins and Nick Horton who are off busy putting something together, and they're loving it, absolutely loving it.
Yeah,
it's brilliant.
Absolutely.
So enjoyment performance theory, is that the same kind of thing? Once you kind of know what you're loving doing, you can go off and
and then there's a kind of logic to it that if you enjoy doing something, you're going to do more, get better at it, aren't you?
Yeah,